everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to draw a peace dove to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. His birthday just passed on January 15th, and if he were alive, he would have been 92. So you may have learned a little bit about Martin Luther King Jr. in class. He was a black man who worked as a minister in a church in Atlanta, Georgia, and he's really one of the great leaders of the civil rights movement. This is a period of American history where people stood up for equal rights for Black Americans. Now, during the 1950s, Dr. King saw that Black people were being treated very poorly and differently just because of the color of their skin. They couldn't do the same things that white people could, and they weren't treated the same way. That's not fair, right? So he wanted to do something about that, and he started making these great speeches and helped to organize big groups of people to get together and speak out about how unfair that was. He led many nonviolent protests and marches to show people, hey, we all feel this is unfair. We want things to change. His most famous speech was his I Have a Dream speech, where he talked about his vision for a more just future, one where people of all skin tones have the same rights and are treated equally. He also showed us that if we see someone being treated unfairly, it is our responsibility to speak up and help our friends, even today. So to honor Dr. King, let's draw a peace dove to represent the justice and harmony he spent his whole life trying to achieve. So we're going to start like normal with our piece of paper and our pen, and we're going to start with our dove's head. Let's start with a backward C towards the right of our page. Now, from this side, you're going to do kind of a little bit of a curved line up, like that. This is going to be our dove's neck. And then you're going to go down into a big curved line. This is going to be your dove's belly. And you can go all the way down, just leaving a little bit of space on this side of your page for your dove's tail, okay? And for his tail, we're going to draw basically just a straight line out. We'll start easy. Okay, so there's your straight line. And then you're going to do basically like a couple of lowercase W's at the end, which is kind of like a scalloped line. So maybe like 4 or 5. And then you can draw another straight line back about the same size. Okay. Now, before we draw the back, let's draw the wings so that we know how much space we need to draw for our back, okay? So, starting from the head, you're going to go down into another kind of curved line like this to finish off his head or her head. I'm not sure if our peace dove is a girl or a boy. Now, to draw the wing, let's draw diagonal line like this with more of these same kind of like scalloped shapes. That's how we're going to draw our wing. And you're just going to draw them all the way down until a little bit past your wing, okay? So it's kind of like halfway down his body. Okay. Now let's draw the other wing. From about here, you're going to draw a line up. And then your scalloped lines back. It's like the ultimate simple wing, right? Now, to connect this part of his body to the wing, you're just gonna kind of do a little bit of a curve up, okay? Just to show his back and his body. Now let's do the details of his face, or her face. So you're gonna draw a triangle at the front. That's his little beak. And you can even draw a line down the middle, kind of like a smile. I'm going to draw my dove with its eyes closed. So I'm just going to do a U with a couple of eyelashes. So I'll just do some straight lines down. There you go. Now for more details in our dove's body, I'm going to do a couple of straight lines in the back for the tail. And so I'm just kind of, do you see where it starts to go back in towards the body? I'm just drawing straight lines. Almost looks like a bunch of French fries hanging out the back of this guy's body. And then in the wing, to show that like there's feathers, I'm gonna do a bunch of U's. Okay, you can do some close together, some connected so that it looks like a W. There we go. And you can even do, if you want to show like some feathers on its chest, you can do a couple of those same shapes here. Just a little bit bigger, because the feathers there would be a little bit bigger. Now, of course, doves have feet, but I'm actually just going to leave it out. As an artist, sometimes you can make choices to make things more simple, and that's what I'm doing here, just because I think that my picture will look better without his feet. Now, the last little detail, I'm going to draw an olive branch in his beak. Now, this is just another symbol, or it's another picture that sort of helps to represent something. So when a white dove is holding an olive branch, that's what kind of represents peace. That's what makes this a peace dove, okay? So to draw an olive branch, I'm just going to draw kind of like a curved line that starts here. I'm going to jump over my beak and continue my line. And then up towards the top, I'm going to do about 3 leaves on each side. So here's one. It's kind of like a teardrop shape. You can also do an oval if that shape is too hard. 2 and 3. Okay. And then you can connect those with a line. And then on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, and 3 teardrop shapes for our olive branch, okay? And then at the bottom, so kind of like on this side, we're going to just do another line down and a straight line across, okay? Just to kind of make it look like it's thicker on that side. Okay. Now this is obviously a very, very simplified drawing, but I'm actually done with the drawing part. Now I'm going to color this, and I'm going to speed this part up as usual, but today I'm actually going to use crayons, because I have a pack of these really cool, they're called multicultural crayons, and I love them because they have all different skin tones in them. And I love this pack because usually in like a regular pack of crayons, we usually have to pick just like peach or brown as our skin color for our pictures. But this pack kind of better represents all the skin tones that we may see, right? And I want to color in the back of my dove. I'm going to make like a rainbow, a big rainbow, but it's going to be like, I'm calling it like a multicultural rainbow. And this is going to represent the, you know, equality that Martin Luther King Jr. envisioned for people of all skin tones, okay? So it's going to have all these skin tone colors as a rainbow in the back, okay? So I'm going to speed up this part, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, you guys, here is my finished peace dove. What do you think? How did yours come out? Well, thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys back here soon, okay? Bye. If you guys liked making art with me today, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new videos. Hope to see you back here again soon.